Storytelling is everything.
The key to storytelling is tell stories.
I encourage people to not only tell stories, but to listen to stories and do things that they don't feel comfortable with.
A great story often has multiple levels of meaning, often has multiple ways it could be interpreted.
Students are essentially trying to find a story that is believable, authentic, engaging, compelling, that in some way is going to persuade somebody to change their mind about something.
So if you want to tell a good, compelling story, a memorable story, a useful, a relevant story, then you're going to know your audience well enough to say, what do they need from me that I have to give?
I think if someone's interested in telling stories, the most important thing to do is to read stories, to learn what it is a story.
All the stories must grab my emotions some kind of way. So make me mad, make me sad, make me happy, make me smile. But if you go for emotion, then you win every time.
You know, you got to believe what you're saying first and foremost. It has to emanate from you for it to, I think really matter and resonate.
Well, it's got to be believable. It's got to be about something you know, something that's real to you, first of all. It should probably have some kind of drama, some kind of a beginning and some kind of an ending, but most of all, it's got to be authentic.
Some people try to come and try to learn the art of storytelling, and I think it's more like you kind of open up to the art that's already in you, and then you learn the craft to kind of like shape it.
Never be afraid to tell the story. A lot of people might feel that you want to get the story perfect. You don't want to upset anyone. And that's not, I think, what storytelling is about. Storytelling, to me, expands beyond that. It's sort of a medium of expression.
Be authentic. If you're not having the best day and you see some humor in that, share that story. That's part of the human experience. It's okay to poke fun at a situation, poke fun at yourself a little bit, and just to have a personality and have a sense of humor.
Storytelling is about relating. How can the speaker relate to the audience? And that, in the education realm, is how you're a successful educator. How do you connect to your audience?
Just absorbing the different kinds of stories that are told all around you on a regular basis is probably the most important thing you can do.
Don't stay with the formula. Don't have your writing be formulaic, so you know that I'm going to say this in the beginning, I'm going to say, surprise me.
Your stories have to be relevant. They have to be interesting, not just to yourself, but to the person that you're talking to. You have to do it all the time. The more you do storytelling, the better you get.
If it's not coming from a place of passion, from your gut, you have to rethink what it is you actually want to say.
If I could go do it all over again, I would take bigger risks. I would be willing to try stuff and fail, because failing is part of the creative process.
I can teach the craft. I think you can come to Meadows and learn the craft, but it's hard to teach the art. The art, to me, is that mysterious thing that's inside a person. So it's almost like I can try to inspire you by telling you a story to get in touch with your art, but the art is more about you listening and getting more and more in touch with what's inside.